Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all. What do you call that toilet room?
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcasts should have a theme song. Podcasts should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Well,
Occupied.
thank you, Easton Baldwin. There's someone in here. There's 4 of us in here.
Yeah. Nobody else can knock on this stall door. It might sound a little echoey. It's because we are all together in one bathroom stall.
As the Lord intended.
Yes, tile floors, tile walls, so the sound's gonna bounce.
Yeah. Real bouncy room.
But who's in the stall with us today?
Well, we're at Max FunCon in the largest bathroom in Lake Arrowhead with our friends and Work Juice players, Annie Savage and Janet Varney.
Hi, gal.
Hi.
Oh, God, please don't ever both do that at the same time again. You sound like Victorian ghosts. Oh, God. Victorian ghost children.
We're really good at that. Yeah, we do. We do love to scare people.
And you are actually physicalizing the twirling, just twirling the braid.
Yeah.
We like to. There are plenty of ghosts in this lodge that we are staying in. I don't think we need to
Oh, did you see a ghost?
add more ghosts.
You just assume.
I just assume there are ghosts. I look around and I'm like, some of these people are ghosts.
For sure, a bunch of people have died here.
Yeah.
And have a lot of unfinished business. It's just a business conference for dead people.
Yeah.
That's all the afterlife is. They're like, I gotta finish this business.
They've all got name tags on.
What a sad afterlife.
I know, right?
There's gotta be one ghost who's like unfinished business is he didn't close a sale.
Literal business.
Yeah.
That's so sad because they say like on your deathbed, no one ever said on their deathbed, I wish I spent more time at the office. Unless there is one person who on their deathbed said, I wish I spent more time at the office.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, why did I waste all my time with you children?
Yeah. But we're not here to talk about ghosts.
Hey!
As Mark says, catchphrase.
Is that my catchphrase?
Yeah.
I was so excited that there was a drink that used a catchphrase from our show.
Yeah.
That was very, very cool. At Max FunCon, they had a drink called an Asked and Answered.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had a couple of them.
Were they good? I didn't know any of the things in it or whether they go together. Has it could have been a joke on me? I wouldn't have known at all. Had no clue.
I'll tell you this. I got asked a lot of questions and who knows how I answered them. So it seems to make sense. So we're here today to talk about what do you call that room? Did you have something specific in mind? Like when we told you the topic for this, did you immediately go, oh, well, it's called this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what is your general go-to?
Bathroom.
Also bathroom.
Also bathroom.
Oh, God. Oh, Victorian ghost children.
Mumsies. Mumsy would tell us we needed to go to the bathroom to wash.
Oh, God. Oh, God. These Victorian ghost children are killing me. Yeah, it feels like pretty common here in the United States, bathroom.
We're done.
Well,
good job.
I have open windows all in my browser that I'm now going to start getting, very strange advertisements sent to me. So the windows I have open are bathroom etymology, powder room etymology, water closet etymology. And I think I'm going to get either Merriam-Webster super into me or, bathroom people.
Or a bunch of like Kohl's ads.
Bathroom
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. What do you need? Some new toilets?
Yeah.
We'll come put a turlet in your house anytime.
A turlet.
Only $5,999.99.
And you will be glad to know that when I looked up, bathroom etymology, it said bathroom, English, a combination of the words bath and room.
Wow.
And I was like, thanks, the dictionary.
Well, this is the episode we find out just how deep this particular rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, that's right.
And it turns out just 2 words deep.
But that was one thing I noticed overseas and in Montreal as well in the last year. And we've all traveled, to other countries together. Pretty much everyone says toilet everywhere else. It seems
like,
in
I'm
that
going to
of the English language places, the signs all say toilets.
What was it in Australia and New Zealand?
Isn't it the loo there?
Did they adopt the British, the loo, or the WC? Nobody calls it the WC. Nobody calls it that. Just signs do, right?
Yeah.
Nobody says, I'm heading to the water closet
No.
to take a dump.
Yeah. Well, that's
Maybe I've asked where the WC is.
You have?
Maybe.
Where?
When in a place where it would have been on a sign and I didn't know
Right.
to call it anything else.
But you knew what it was.
Yes.
Because this is usually a picture of a toilet, right?
Yeah. And then one time I opened up the door that was marked that and there was just a wax figure of Winston Churchill. No, not a toilet in sight.
Oh, it's the WC.
Yeah.
I should have been more specific.
They have like a 7 minutes in heaven with a wax figure of Winston Churchill in England. They love him.
Literally and figuratively.
You know, Madame Tussauds would always play those like party games as a teenager.
Yeah.
She blended it into her later work.
Finally, my time with Charlie Chaplin.
But on WC, I love finding out weird little tidbits. The water closet, originally 19th century, was the actual unit itself. The toilet unit was the water closet. You'd go in this little room where it could flush everything out through the plumbing. And the toilet was the room. Because toilet, in my little miniature dive, toilet means little towel, and the room was named for that because that's what they used to drape over the vanity that they would do all their business on. So it started off the little towel that you would lay across your like makeup station, and then it became the makeup table itself, and then the name got moved. All of this was within 100 years. Then the name got moved to describe the entire room. Then somehow it got used to describe the water closet became the toilet.
Hold on.
And now the toilet itself is the unit. The word toilet went from little cloth and just kind of bounced around that room until it landed on, unfortunately, the thing that you crap into.
But the etymology of the word toilet is French.
It's
right?
French.
So
it's little towel.
Like
toilette. Yeah.
Which is a much uglier word than toilet. Je vais faire les toilettes.
La toilette.
Toilet. Put that toilet on your face. Little towel.
Yeah, put the little towel on your face.
Wipe your face with the toilet.
And some kid who doesn't know, all right, you go in the bathroom and they're like, why are you smearing your face just kneeling on the ground, smearing your face on a toilet?
Kids do the darndest things. I have a
Don't they?
question.
What did they call the toilet then?
The water closet, the unit, you mean like the actual flushable unit?
Yeah, the what we know as a toilet today.
Mm-hmm.
What did they call it when a toilet was a cloth?
That was the water closet.
It was called the poop dungeon.
I mean,
The crap.
probably the
It was
poop
a place where
dungeon.
you sent your digested food to be punished.
Well,
By
it was
drowning.
outhouse
The outhouse.
at some point.
But we can't use that anymore now. Well, I mean,
Though that's where water closet, I found out,
Yeah,
came from
makes sense.
because the
It's a
outhouse,
brag.
it was the earth closet. Yeah, it's a total brag.
Yeah.
It was the earth closet was where you would go to the bathroom outside.
I pee and poop on the whole world.
By the way, I just called it going to the bathroom. So,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Ding, 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 ding.
Though I will say, this is another little thing that I learned. The process of washing, grooming, and dressing in 1900, around the turn of the century, was referred to as making one's toilet.
Yeah.
So when I got up this morning, I made my toilet, and then I had my day.
Guys, we still say that. In France, you still say it.
Make your toilet.
Toilette is still your like getting yourself together.
Your little towel.
And then we have our toiletries bags,
Yeah.
right? So
Toiletries.
when you buy someone a toiletry bag as a gift, which I'm sure you've all done.
Sure. I actually
Wait, hang on a second.
actually have done that before.
You are two
as
very
I'm
practical
saying it.
people.
A nice one. A
You can
travel
get
kit.
it's like we maybe say a travel kit, but you
Here's
can
your
get
toilet
a
bag, Dad.
toiletries
Happy
kit
birthday.
for someone. Yeah. And
I have,
we don't think of like, oh, that's just a paper, like a toilet paper in a bag.
Can we back up for a second though to this water closet thing? Because I still have some questions.
Yeah.
So these people,
And then I have some questions about
Somebody would
Janet
like-
giving everyone toilet kits.
a young lady of the day
Mm-hmm.
is preparing herself for whatever for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Makeup. And like,
Listeners, Hal is doing space work, putting on makeup in the most I'm a boy and don't know how makeup works way.
makeup. I use my hand across my face like you do with makeup.
Oh, wait, you're using your hand? No. Here, take this
Can we
toilette.
do full space work on this podcast?
Yes.
I can't. I don't want to torture our they'll be like wondering how great it is. 5
It's
stars.
great.
So
5 stars.
a young lady prepares
Mm-hmm.
by Christopher Durang to go out. But then like her tummy's like gurgle, gurgle. Shouldn't have had that third
Oh boy.
orange. And then
Wait, what's
she's
wrong
like,
with...
I know what to do. I'm going to
I have so many questions about Victorian oranges
I'm
now.
going to throw a towel. Oh, they were laced with mercury. Throw a towel over the thing you were just sitting at to put your makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
Porky Pigget. Pants,
Hold on.
Bottoms off.
Okay.
Only tops. Then get on it.
No.
Climb in because there's a basin.
No, a different room. It's a separate little...
But you said you put a towel over the vanity. Is it like
No. Like the vanity's like the vanity table. Wait, do you think that a vanity and a toilet are the same thing?
No.
And that every time a grande dame of the theater is putting on her makeup, she's also taking a crap at the same time?
the Dowager Countess is sitting there preparing for that party they have every summer where they let the help out
Oh God.
to play lawn games.
No.
No, because you described it as like you have a vanity, then you throw a towel over it. Like that's really gonna stop anything.
It sort of sounded like that. It's like
Yeah.
you throw a towel over it means that sounds like you're covering something up. And it was like, is he talking about throwing a towel over the toilet?
You go into the room
All right,
where,
ma-
you do your makeup, throw
potty?
a towel over that, crap all over it. And
First-
then,
I want to say, on behalf of Gags, I followed it very closely.
Thank you.
And I knew exactly what he was saying.
Yes, because she is a Victorian empress.
that's true. That is true. So, but now, what is the towel? Why does it go over like a
No,
mirror?
it's like
don't look
the
at me?
cloth. It's like think of just like if you've got all of your toiletries set out, there would be like a little cloth to protect. You know, if there's makeup and assorted things that could probably make a countertop either gross or, back in the day, disintegrate underneath you if that chemical got on it. She would lay down the cloth. This begs a question, Annie, when you were like, you should throw a towel over it. You're like, yeah, well, that's what you do when you're like, nah, just throw a towel over it.
Well, yeah, throw a towel over it means cover it up.
I'm just picturing you at home like, oh man, there's a lot of dishes on the table.
Throw
You know what? Just throw a
it.
towel over it.
Hey, it goes away.
House is clean.
for a little bit.
And it makes it look like your house does have a bunch of small ghosts in it.
Yes, right?
Just little lumpy ghosts on the table.
We're still waiting for the coroner. For now, throw a towel on it.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of them putting a sheet on a body in a television show.
6'3" mangled
Where do you
body
think
with
they
a
learned
washcloth over the
it
face.
from? The origins of toilette.
Hey, cover that dead body in a toilet. I'm going to call Sarge. What about the powder room? What do we know about the powder room? I did not know this until this morning.
Powder rooms are generally, so in a house, if it says it has like 3 and a half baths or a quarter bath or 3/4 bath, that refers to what is in the room. Generally I think a half bath is just a sink and toilet.
And that's a
Quarters
powder
bath
room.
has a shower, a stand-up shower in it, and then a full bath will have a bathtub, like either bathtub or shower.
And then a double bath will have a water slide.
Have a water slide and that thing where you stand on the ground and water just shoots up.
Oh, like in front of Journey into Imagination at Epcot. Yeah.
And the kids
The
stand
dancing
there
water.
like, ah, in the water.
Oh God, those Victorian children are standing in my double bath.
But powder room is like, it feels weird.
Powder room named for powdering their wigs in the 1700s. That's where they would go in. And,
They'd be like, I gotta go powder my wig.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
Mr. Franklin.
There's also women always said, I have to powder my nose. I thought that's where it came from.
I also thought that.
I thought that always meant from the time I was little, maybe because I was born in 1979, when someone said they had to go to the bathroom and powder their nose, I literally thought they meant go do cocaine.
Oh my God.
I thought it was like, I'm going to go powder my nose. And then they come out of the bathroom and they're suddenly, cheerier and colors look brighter.
And they have a lot of business ideas.
Oh my God. I love that though.
Yeah, that's what I thought powder my nose was.
I have to go use cocaine. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I've got to go powder my nose and also pound rails in the bathroom.
That powder the nose, I don't know if that ended up getting confused and related to the powder room. But to me, that always kind of bothered me. Like women weren't allowed to just say, I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I have to go I have to go potty. Which is what I call it all the time now, being a
You have a
mom.
child.
I was going to say, do you,
honestly-
as a mom, do you find yourself using mom words just
All the time.
in regular, like even when Millie's not around?
I think just the other day here at Max Fun Con, we were all coming back to our rooms for a bit of respite, and I was like, well, I have to use the potty, and then I'll meet you guys out and I was like, yeah, I said it, I don't care.
Oh, I kind of hope potty is the winner out of this episode. Cause potty, my mom said that once. We were at a restaurant, on the roof of Italy in, New York. And I was having lunch with my mom, and she had come to visit town, and I said, excuse me a second, like you do, to be polite. And I took my napkin off and I sat down, and she said, you got to go potty. And the bartender was standing right behind us, and he kind of, tilted his head weird. And I was like, yeah. And I turned to the bartender and went, hey man, where's the potty? And he just kind of looked at me funny and pointed. And then from then on, now, whenever in a bar, I like to ask where the potty is.
Yeah, but if you do it in Boston, won't they be like, it's right here.
Yeah.
You're looking at it.
This is the potty
I'm
right
the
here. Guys, I really hope potty wins now.
Wait, but what's the, so, cause I think of go potty as like, that's a verb, but I, for some reason don't, and I don't have kids, it's true. But
you were.
But even, the rumors are true. Finally, confirmation. But even when like I'm like volunteering or babysitting or whatever, I feel like I say go potty as like those two things together make the action of going to the bathroom
Yeah.
or urinating, whatever. But I don't think of that room as a potty, nor do I almost,
You don't think of
I almost don't even think of the toilet as a potty, even though I know that's 100%
Because
what
go
you're
potty is a
saying.
phrase?
Because in my mind, it connotes a verb somehow.
Which I assume all comes from chamber pot. Because that's what you use to go to the bathroom.
Oh, thank you. That was
And
my
then
next question.
Throw out the window
Gross.
Yeah.
Onto people.
onto people.
If you're lucky, if you're a straight couple of the time, the gentleman is the one who puts himself on the inside, so he gets the
outside.
feces and urine. Wait, what?
Yeah,
because
you walk street side so that, There's I have a weird compulsion. I always have to walk street side.
Just in case somebody's
But also like street side is dangerous back in the day, because I've heard so many reasons for why it was done. It was like, no, it was a move to protect whoever you're with from, runaway horses and carts on the street side and crap flying out of windows. I'm like, that is street side on a sidewalk is a dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
Just imagine a horse tramples you. And you're on the ground. You're like, oh, this is the worst day ever. And then you're like, Audrey, you're standing on the outside next time.
The chances are, if you got trampled, you also have underneath you.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Human and horse.
Yeah. So you're the cream in that particular Oreo at that point. It's on top and below you.
Do you-
Go on.
I feel like the words that kids use for bodily functions are way worse when you become an adult. Like you wouldn't go to a bar and say, hey, do you know where the bathroom is? I have to make.
I have to go make.
I had never heard that until I was an adult very recently.
Really? You didn't have that when you were a kid?
Yeah, we never said go make.
Oh, this is just me? Just my odd family?
I think I'd heard like on TV or movies or something at some point in my youth, like make water meant pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BM.
Well,
Number
BM
two.
has come around in recent years.
Which is the grossest. That is.
Make water sounds like you think you're either an artisanal craftsperson or you're an alchemist.
Yeah.
I'm going to make water.
Janet Varney, piss alchemist.
Maybe that was a local thing.
Maybe.
I don't know if this was a local thing to Philly or if this was an Italian thing, because it might
you
be
have that?
culturally. We didn't say make. No, we said the bacaus.
What?
I think it might be derived from Italian, but my grandmother was always like, "Oh, I got to go to the bacaus." I didn't know if it was a Philly thing or just an Italian
Like the
thing.
back house?
That sounds like back house.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. I don't know. Literally, I only have ever heard that word said by my family, so it could be spelled in any possible way and said with a Philly accent. Like, it could be anything, but I didn't know if other people had heard that.
Nope.
Back house.
Like, it's almost like it would be spelled Buckows. Buckows. Yeah. Hey, you got to go to the. Oh, Oh my God, I just had a huge meal. Sorry guys, I got to step away to the.
For a second, when you first said it, I thought it sounded more like Cacao's. Cacao's?
Yeah.
I gotta go to Cacao's and take a
So they'll be really mad if we're like, hey, Carla and Craig, we've determined that the best name for a bathroom is the Cacao's.
Created by his ancestors.
Yeah, exactly.
And created a means of solid waste disposal that we still use to this day.
Yeah. Look, I mean, potty humor is, I use potty so that,
Well, isn't it called potty humor?
Yeah.
or bathroom humor, right? Because people say potty humor,
Potty
more.
humor.
Potty mouth. Nobody says, hey, easy there, powder room mouth. You swear a lot. Quit being such a WC mouth.
Yeah. What about the lavatory? Is that too?
That feels so
Scientific.
clinical.
Chemical.
Yeah.
It feels like technically that's what this is. So
Way too close to a laboratory or laboratory.
well, isn't lavatory just like the scientific word for washroom? Because wash.
Lava is wash, yeah.
I don't like washroom either.
I don't like. I mean, but they
That's
all
only
sort of
half of what
have the
happens
same
there.
origin, which is that it was not just for the toilet; it was for all of the things that you did in there: bath, wash,
Makeup.
rest. Which is I want to eliminate restroom right now because that is
Isn't that just a road, like on the road thing, like a rest stop restroom?
Or
No,
like
it's
a
a-
restaurant. Like a building will have a restroom. They'll call it a restroom.
Yeah, guys, because if you have social anxiety like I do sometimes, it is a rest.
yeah.
You're like, I'm having a panic attack at this table while people are ordering their meal. Excuse me, please. I need a rest from you all. And then
Oh no, most rest. You didn't know most restaurants.
I'm fine. I'll take the, well, I had to, first of all, I made water. Thank you. I
Good job.
appreciate your congratulations.
Janet Varney, piss alchemist. Yeah, but if you need to have a panic attack, don't most restaurants have a panic room? I know all the Cracker Barrels do. If you push on that little checkerboard,
Jodie
there's a
Foster's
panic
in
room
Oh my
all
God,
behind
I
it.
wish that were true.
Just be a bunch of us
All
in
Cracker
there,
Barrels
like,
have a panic
yeah.
room.
That's what happens if you
hugging
can get to
ourselves.
one
Yeah.
peg left on
Yeah.
that board. If the table flips over, you're in
Yeah.
a panic room.
And there's a staircase
in.
you go down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Welcome.
God.
All right, sit on this giant metal tray. We're going to carry you into the panic room.
So yeah, I want to eliminate restroom though because it feels like a Puritan-based. It's very American. It started in 1900. It was first dropped. It feels like Puritan Victorian. Like no, we don't do that. We rest. You're like, oh please.
Our duties.
Yeah.
That's where we lay them to rest. In the restroom.
Now where is my taps trumpeter?
Yeah. Now let me take a picture of a dead baby with my family. Something they actually did. With
Yeah.
like dead family
They did.
members and children, they would
So-
pose them like they were alive.
So
and
many
take
dead
pictures.
family photos,
Yeah.
dead
So
people
many.
photos.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
wasn't a great life expectancy then,
No.
too. And it would be like, you look at a family picture and go, I think that napping one might be too.
Yeah. Yeah, Victorians, look, I'm not calling Victorians creepy, but there's a reason that, all museums of the macabre are all Victorian everything.
Oh, yeah.
They also, they still have these. They had people, I guess enough people were being buried alive by mistake at that time that they created
Oh,
a
yeah,
bell
Saved by the
and
Bell.
like escape hatch coffins, which would be, wouldn't
How?
that be an escape room?
How?
Right. Oh,
Bury
God.
you? You have 10 minutes.
Oh.
How does
And
that happen?
And there's an actor in there with you.
Oh God!
Let me out of here. I was here too. We were twins.
I did an escape room recently that there was an actor inside, and to get out of the escape room, you have to, oh, it's so horrifying. Give her a lethal injection.
Ew, no.
Yeah.
What?
It is
Wow.
jarring.
I
No.
don't like actors
Yeah.
in my escape.
I don't like actors in my, I mean, the actors are fine. I'm sure they're lovely
No,
people.
it's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's not
But
their
like,
fault.
if there's another person in an escape room, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
weirdly, it takes me out of it a little
Oh, no, it does.
because I'm like,
100%.
I know that is an actor.
Especially, yeah, for us. Again, I think for me, that's why when I go to sleep no more, I don't, I mean, it's a beautiful and there's no speaking, so that helps. The first time I went, I avoided all of that because I was afraid that I would have that sort of like inside baseball awareness of like,
Right.
oh, I hope she had a good day today before she had to come to work.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Like,
Yeah.
oh, that stunt looked a little unsafe.
Yeah, exactly.
Annie, is it true? Do you still have a discomfort around walk around performers who come up to you and are like, now you're part of this?
This is true.
Because there is a
I hate it
video
so
of
much.
you
But
at
you work in
medieval times
atmosphere entertainment in a
I
theme
also
park.
hate it.
It was Pirates Dinner Adventure
in Orange County.
Uh-huh.
in Orange County. And these pirates came out and I didn't know there was like a pre-show that they involved us. My husband, then boyfriend, was, taking video because he was laughing at how amazingly uncomfortable I was.
Yeah.
And I was like seizing up and trying to stand still like a statue so that they wouldn't ask me to
Eyes
engage.
You know, yeah.
darting left and right.
I was so scared.
Their vision is like a T-Rex.
I was so
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah, atmosphere actor vision is based on movement.
And then that's what I do for a living.
Well, we did last year we did an escape room.
We did an escape
that had
room.
an actor in it, and you free her from.
She
by
was-
the way, she's chained to a toilet.
She's chained to a toilet and in this dark room that it took us a while to find
Yes.
for in the first place. And it was like, oh my God. And the toilet was full of stuff. And
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like, I don't know where the
Irish
key
thing.
is. And we were like, oh God.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Oh, did someone have to dunk their hand in the toilet?
no,
I
no, you didn't.
I did too. There was something in there.
He didn't have to. He just
There was
did.
something
in there?
It was like a key or something.
But it wasn't for that because I found that key
It was,
under,
you know what it was?
under
It was
the
like
sink.
it was like a laminated piece of paper. Or
Annie,
something.
please tell me you found the key and then dropped it in the toilet and went, hey, Hal, I think there's a key in the toilet.
Well, I felt like we were so,
outside the room. I'll try.
there were like 10 of us,
Yeah.
which is a lot.
That's huge for an escape
Yeah,
room.
but that's like the standard for this specific one that we were in, and it was my first escape room. And
Where was this?
At the basement.
The basement place. Yeah.
Like I know you guys did.
I did two. I've done two of the rooms at the basement.
and one of those rooms was only like 4 people that you did.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was like specifically for 10 people.
Yeah.
But I don't know how, because it was so. I mean, there was so much to cover, and we really felt like we failed. We died.
We did.
We totally died.
We died.
It was kind of nice to have.
Are
the
you those two
actress
Victorian bathroom ghosts?
there. Yes. Yeah.
Oh no.
We died hard, but not like fun die hard way.
Yeah.
No,
We just badly died.
it just a siren went off.
But the actress didn't bother me. Like, thank God she was there because she was like, I think there's something over here after like 2 hours of us
that's
looking
so
around.
good.
Yeah, I thought for sure once we freed her, it was like, great, now she can go rest, she can go drink.
Yeah,
like,
no,
go
she
to the
still had
water.
to hang out.
And then she's just wandering around the room, like rocking, like, oh, na, 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 na,
Yeah, because she'd been
Oh,
kidnapped.
let her out. I
And
will
then
say
she-
this.
She would throw out hints like, oh my God, somebody should check under the table.
It's like, oh God, somebody check under the table. That's the clue.
He comes at night and talks to me. The code is 3471.
It wasn't that.
She
deep,
just wanted you guys
though.
out.
She was helping as much as
Yeah.
she was allowed for
See,
sure.
as macabre as the lethal injection was, gotta feel nice for that actor. She's like, just get to the lethal injection part fast. Just get to that fast, and I can nap the rest of this
Yeah.
escape room.
Oh, and now when the timer went off and the smoke filled the room, the actress like laid down and died, and we were all standing there going, "Damn it!"
Yeah. And then
That was the ending. That was like
Yeah.
the you guys lost. They
Yeah.
exploded the
and
room
then
with
you give
smoke.
her a round of applause. It was like, how do we do it? She's like, no, you did well, which was an absolute lie.
Oh, she was
Yeah.
That was
lying.
the greatest acting she did the entire
She
time. And she
did.
was good at everything else.
She was good.
But
Yeah,
come on.
we all think we only got like 30%.
It was really bad.
Which we should say to any listeners we have in Los Angeles and you haven't been to the basement escape rooms, sorry for spoiling them for you.
I don't
Well-
think we didn't really spoil anything because we
That's true. You
No,
got a quarter of the way through.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
We still will. We could go back there 6 more times and not get
Yeah.
any further.
There's a turlet filled with oatmeal. That's your spoiler. Spoiler alert.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Turlet is the winner,
I
right?
think that's the funniest.
the
word
Medea
ever.
the Medea pronunciation.
Oh, turler.
So all right,
What should
What
we
else
call
are
it?
there?
Are there any names that should be out there that aren't?
this episode is going to be highly bleeped because we keep having to say things like there is one of the great ones in the South that I love. Like you go to like, that's, as my mother would say, that's crude or that's crass.
I like that makes it sound like it does your work for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You just open the door
Yeah.
and the toilet gives you a thumbs up, and then
Yeah.
you close the door. All right, we're good. I can go.
I'm picturing those like where it's always like the accordion metal arm with a white glove on the end. in any of those things where there's any cartoon where there's an invention.
Yeah.
It's always metal accordion arms with gloves. I don't know how they would. Well,
It's that machine from Looney Tunes that turned Foghorn Leghorn into a chicken. It puts a girdle on you. It makes all sorts of weird noises. And then when you're done,
I'm pretty sure that there's in whatever cartoon version of a we just came up with. There's a bellows. There's some
a
sort
candle that burns a
Yeah.
string so a balloon can fly up into a knife.
The string is slowly getting more and more frayed.
The anvil falls to hit the pump.
It's the Rube Goldberg.
Rube Goldberg.
Yeah. You know how you get into Mikey Walsh's house in Goonies? You should see the bathroom in that place.
Yeah, that's right. Data did a complete bathroom overhaul.
So what haven't we covered? Lou, which is British.
I don't know. Does
Lou
anyone
is
know where
British.
that? I forgot to look up Lou. What's the? Where does that come
Waterloo.
That's the only thing. No.
from? Who knows? Maybe.
Is it?
I mean, they love throwing shade at the French.
I kind of want to go down that way because whoever knows what it really is that's listening right now is pulling their hair out.
I'm looking it up.
I was going to say, pretty sure Janet's going to
Janet's on top
know
of it
sooner
right
than.
now. But Lou is primarily a British term.
Yeah, we've got Lou, WC, restroom, bathroom, washroom, all very similar. Restroom, bathroom,
The
washroom.
lorry,
The lorry.
Lori.
the lift. Aren't those all?
Those
also
you're just thinking of British words.
Oh.
A lift is an elevator. Hal, did you take a in an elevator?
Yeah, I did. One time, there was a vanity in there. What was I supposed to do?
I put a towel over it.
Towel over it. Slap a towel on it. Yeah.
Somehow this episode is both juvenile and weirdly educational.
Oh, well, what I'm
Speaking
looking at
of.
says it's possibly the best known British English term for toilet, but its origins are difficult to pin down.
Oh.
Some suggest it dates back to medieval times. Servants, whose masters would generally have spoken or at least have known some French, would empty chamber pots by throwing them out the window, which we do know. They'd usually shout, "Gardez l'eau," from the French, "Gardez l'eau," look out for the water.
Yeah, sure. The water is what I'm worried about hitting me.
Gardez l'eau.
God de Lou. I love that description of it.
Yeah.
What is
So now
Lou?
every time.
Oh, there are a bunch in here that I'm
great.
like, oh yeah, this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What else you got?
Privy.
Oh, yeah.
A
Because it's
privy-
private.
But it's also
Yep.
a hole in the ground. Privy is more of a hole in the ground, right? Because in Philly, you have Benjamin Franklin's house, which you can visit, and his shop. That's all one little complex. And you can look at his privy, which is a hole in the ground where he crapped.
Oh.
And like,
Okay.
and as kids, you look down the hole to be like, is there still a duty down there?
Probably.
Is there still
Like,
Benjamin
is
Franklin?
there a fossilized Benjamin Franklin poop down there?
Yeah.
And can you tie it to a kite?
Which one?
And is it worth something?
Yeah. You drop fishing line down,
Oh gosh.
try to hook on.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure you'd have most of these other ones.
What's
What
that?
do we have next on Antiques Roadshow? I fished this out of Benjamin Franklin's privy. I'm pretty sure he was inventing the post office when he did this.
Would it surprise you to learn that this is worthless? And that you are being taken from the property immediately?
Yeah, I just wanted to see you put on the gloves and use that pointer with it.
What else do we have besides Lou and Privy on this list?
Well, apparently, going to the toilet in the UK is sometimes referred to as spending a penny.
Ew.
Spending a penny.
Because the fact that public toilets were introduced to London in the 19th century with locks that could be opened with a penny. So you'd think that it would be, locks that could be opened with a penny. That makes it sound like you're using it to like break the lock.
Yeah.
I was able to pick this lock with
Right.
a penny.
And then there were pay toilets, I mean, all the way through maybe the early 80s in New York.
Yeah.
And you got the, that people would write on the inside of the stall, "Here I sit brokenhearted, paid my dime and only farted."
Oh. I like that.
Sorry that's in my brain.
That's
I just
all right.
realized
There's a lot of
probably
weird stuff in
something
your
better
brain.
I could
By the
know.
way, I've never spent a penny to go to the bathroom, but when I was a kid, sometimes you find a penny. That one penny that you swallowed. You're like, hey.
Wait,
You
really?
wait, you found it would mean that you went, like you were about to flush, you were like, ting, and then,
No, I wasn't about to flush and, I did.
oh, you just crapped in your hand?
No, I know,
Sorted through it
I
like a prospector?
noticed it. I didn't go fishing for it. Yeah. Yeah, you never got the pan. You never panned for
Yeah. Oh, I always crack a
pan for dookie pennies.
just in case. Look, I have a vial with the flakes from my last stool.
Yeah, I swallowed a penny as a kid, and my mom's reaction was probably gonna hurt when that comes out.
Did it?
No, thank God it came out
Right in the middle.
right in the middle. Yeah. Why did it have to be a penny? Like, at least it wasn't a quarter, but I wish it was a dime. You know what I
How
mean?
old were
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
16.
Yeah. Okay.
I really hope no one, if you're a person who decided to eat a meal and listen to this episode knowing what the theme was,
Yeah.
This one, we should
I have
say a
no pity
disclaimer
for
at the
you.
top.
It's on
This one's
you.
gonna get, this is gonna be potty humor.
I'll tell you what. Let's take a break.
Sure.
Let's take a restroom break.
Great.
Go
I've got to go make water.
Go make water in the loo, and then we come back. We'll this
decide.
out once and for all.
Hello, listeners of Maximum Fun. I want to tell you about our newest podcast that tells you all about the truth of the flat earth.
Have you been looking out over the horizon and you've been thinking, wait a minute, this doesn't look round. I've been lied to my whole life.
What is NASA doing with $52 million a day?
Come on. We explode the myths.
Just kidding. We're Ono, Ross, and Carrie, and we investigate extraordinary claims.
That's right. We investigate extraordinary claims firsthand. We go undercover in fringe groups. We get alternative medicine treatments. And we hang out with people who have unusual beliefs, like flat earthers, 9/11 truthers.
We do ghost investigations. We've joined Scientology, and we got baptized in the Mormon Church.
If it goes bump in the night, then so do we. Why don't you check out Ono, Ross, and Carrie at MaximumFun.org?
Welcome, everyone, to the live wrestling spectacular in Los Angeles.
So far, the world's most boring wrestling podcast has been destroying the competition.
Isn't there anyone who can save us from this travesty? Wait, could it be?
It's Tights and Fights, the perfect wrestling podcast.
Tights and Fights is here to save us from the monotony of boring wrestling podcasts with hilarious conversations.
Woke trips through the history of wrestling.
And joke about the finer points of people wearing spandex. What a match!
And the Tights and Fights podcast will be back every week.
Thursdays on MaximumFun.org or wherever you get podcasts. Please, these hosts have families.
Tights and Fights Podcast. Tights and Fights.
Okay, we're back.
Did everybody poop?
well, as we know from the book, everyone does.
Yes.
But not all at the same time.
That was the sequel to the book, right? Everyone poops, but not all at the same time. Yeah. Like,
What if they did?
I shouldn't have to tell you this.
It's like Caligula in here. All these animals just taking a poop wherever they want.
Caligula.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
I retire from podcasting.
Yeah, that was rough.
Effective immediately.
All right. So, do we have any that we think are good final contenders?
Or any that we want to invent that we think are better and should be used going forward.
People definitely still say, I gotta use the John. And I don't know where that comes
or the
from.
Jake.
Yeah.
The Jake, the John.
I never heard Jake.
I never heard Jake.
I always say I use head a lot.
Hit the
Because
head.
That's a
I got to hit the
naval
head. It's a
term.
naval term. Yeah, the bathroom on a ship. But it just seems to me like it's not like I got to go to the bathroom, which seems like just like a Billy Madison announcement in grade school.
Oh, and it's the latrine in the army, right? I gotta hit the latrine. Or is that just for peepees?
I don't know.
You need to make peepees, Sergeant? Go to the latrine and make peepees?
You got to go
you have
you got to go potty.
Do you have to make, sir?
Make what, Sarge?
Peepees? Water?
Sarge, you okay?
Nope. Anybody else smell toast?
Oh God, Sarge is having a stroke. Quick, get him to the toilet. Put a towel over him.
Towel over him.
Get him to his vanity. Like it would, like the crap palace, something like that. Anything. That
I
would be
mean,
better.
that seems like you're just
I just want to make it sound regal.
So this is, just to recap.
Yes.
This is for the room that contains a sink,
a sink,
a toilet,
toilet.
what we know today as a toilet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chamber pot. And a bath/shower.
Yes.
Yeah, so which eliminates powder room.
Yes.
Because a powder room is a quarter bath or a
But
half
also,
bath.
whatever we decide should also be applied to a powder room.
Yeah.
Because powder room sounds gross.
Yeah.
It also
And also, guys, don't do that much cocaine.
Imagine if you open the door to a powder room and somebody was powdering their butt, but you would have to bend over forward and be squeezing the bottle so it just shoots out.
No, they have a powder bidet in there. It just shoots powder upward.
Oh my God.
The first time I was in a hotel room with a bidet, I didn't know what it was. And I was like,
brush
what
your
does
teeth
this
with
do?
it?
And then water shot out into the sky.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I thought, this must be broken. I'm not going to use it.
Oh.
Clearly it's not a toilet. I didn't sit on it like Randy Quaid
Oh my God.
on the urinal in Kingpin.
We had bidets in the hotel we stayed at in Rome, and it is a wonder I ever made it to set. I love that thing. I could sit there for hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should get one of those.
Just a gentle trickle of water and a crossword puzzle on my phone. I'm a happy man.
You can get one of those robot toilets that will help you with the crossword puzzle too.
I bought a bidet
Girl.
for my apartment. I was so mad. I found the attachment bidet.
Yeah.
I found out the threading, all the bolts and things on it were only for a Chinese toilet, which is different size than an American.
Did you order it from that website where you got the harmonica holder for your
Yes,
phone?
I did order it from that. Oh, have you guys gone to the Wish app?
No.
There's an app called Wish. Its algorithm is the most aggressive. So whatever if you see a t-shirt you like, you're like, oh, that's a nice shirt. And you tap on it, you will get 10 million advertisements for t-shirts within 30 seconds just on that feed. The feed will suddenly become just all t-shirts, but it's dirt cheap garbage from overseas is what this thing sells. Yeah, so I bought this bidet and it didn't fit. And then I went to Home Depot and I was like, how do I ask a guy how to turn a Chinese bidet into an American bidet? And then I just drove home. Because the bidet only cost me, I think, $4.
$4 bidet.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What happened?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Did you
I want you to do a side podcast of 5-minute episodes called The $4 Bidet, and it's just about your adventures buying
Doing
crap
dumb
that
garbage.
absolutely should not cost that cheap, and therefore going in, it's going to be a travesty of
Yes.
some kind.
It sounds like a Travel Channel show.
Yeah,
$4
$4
bidet.
bidet.
Yeah,
I
right.
found bidets all over Europe that only cost $4 for a day.
Oh my God. This bidet didn't even have a bleach attachment.
Yeah. I'm Huelhauser Jr.
Oh, rest in peace, Huelhauser.
Rest in peace.
One of the
R.I.P.
greats.
That's
One of
right.
the greats. All right. We got to figure this out, guys. This is important. We got to figure it out. Our listeners need to know what that room is called.
I know that this is not really a contender, but when you said the app was called Wish, I did feel like I kind of wish toilets were called wishing wells.
I did find a penny in one once.
I had to go drop 3 coins in a fountain. I'll be right back.
That is
I am
what a lovely
absolutely
yeah.
going to start using that.
That is such a
There
lovely
is
euphemism.
No way I'm going to forget that.
I got to go drop 3 coins in a
Please, listeners, please help us spread that around. I
yeah.
want to hear someone I don't know. I want to overhear someone I don't know saying that somewhere so I can die happy.
But say you're going to the wishing well.
Yeah.
I'd head to the wish, because you could have a toilet that looks like a wishing well with a seat on it.
Yeah.
And have something where whenever something breaks the surface of the water, even though it's just regular toilet depth,
Right.
that a speaker and it just goes like boop, boop, like that really long,
Like it's really
very
deep.
far.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm thinking of his Snow White and the,
Oh, yeah.
you are standing by a wishing well. Hey, someone's in here. Ugh. All right.
Okay,
well,
sorry, I derailed
I want it
us.
to be the wishing well, but
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if it's ubiquitous enough yet. Yet.
Are you have any made up names that you want to throw out there? Anything that you wish it was called that it's not? Because this is art. The 4 of us have a chance here to rewrite history, or at least write it.
Give it a new name.
Yeah, we could give it a new name if we want. Why limit ourselves to what already exists?
Inspired by my
Inspired by the butler.
4-year-old. Inspired by my 4-year-old, I'll throw out the Poopenheimer.
Ooh.
She would really appreciate that one.
She would love being on this podcast, by the way, because
Oh, this
we all
is all
did.
her this is right up her alley.
Right when we did Spontaneous Nation, she just leaned into the microphone and said poopy a million times.
And she just reminded me of that when we were driving to an audition in Hollywood. She goes, "Is Paul gonna be there?"
I love
it's like,
that.
Paul, who? And she was like, "With the microphones." I said, "Oh no, that's a podcast. We're going to an audition. We won't see Paul." And she was like, "Remember how I went in there and I said poopy?"
Oh,
yeah, we all remember.
we all
Emily.
remember that kid.
I also like her image of Paul F. Tompkins as a man with a valise full of microphones. Just traveling from town to town.
The guy with the microphones.
Accurate.
Yeah.
That's true. He does travel
Just
everywhere.
microphones and cravats.
Yeah.
To me, I like personally, as a fan of history and these weird little bits of etymology that I found, I actually like toilet as the name of the room, or toilette, because it just sounds like what it is. It uses the origin of what it was and brings it back around. That would be my personal choice for this.
There's something about
Why are you
that.
looking at me skeptic? You were giving me side eye that whole time.
No, I was listening to you and I was trying to process what you were saying. Not that it's hard to process, but just
sometimes
thinking
it is.
about it like, do we want to call it the toilet? Does that feel bathroom also feels like you're just going in there to bathe.
Right.
It feels like the
bathroom and washroom, restroom are all a bit of a misnomer in the modern sense, especially if you're out in public, because it's not where you go to freshen your, it's not where you spend your morning routine or your evening routine. But we did say the room in the house when we started this episode.
Oh, that's true.
We didn't say public. We said, what do you call this room in a house?
Yeah.
Or did we just say, what do we call this room?
I think whatever we say, we will extend out to everybody, to all rooms that contain any of these elements.
I feel like not calling it the toilet is like Americans calling football soccer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
or using the inches and feet instead of the metric system.
In that same respect, it's not going to change. Americans are not going to start calling it toilet.
Oh, wait.
They won't.
You don't understand how this show works.
Hell they won't.
Once we determine the answer, everyone immediately stops. No one's put ketchup on a hot dog in 3 years.
Never.
Liars!
Yeah. The hot dogs ran dry in Ketchup Town.
Mighty Casey has swung out. Struck out. Swung out? Nobody says that. Well, it looks like, too bad for Yasiel Puig. He swung out on that one. So silly.
So you say toilet.
Yeah.
My vote is for toilet.
Have you ever in your life said you were going to the toilet?
Overseas and in Canada, because you don't say bathroom there because none of the signs say bathroom.
Salle de bain.
If you're walking around, you're like, if I'm looking for directions to a bathroom, as I say it now, I'll say, where's the toilet? And they'll say over there. If you said, where's the restroom or washroom? Canadians say washroom, but.
Are you the guy who, if you spent a year in...
No, I'm not. I know where you're going.
Come back and be like, hello everyone, it's me, Mark. I'm back.
I will say this. There's someone that you all know that I have a dear place for in my heart who 5 minutes in England, she sounded like that.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Some people are more influential or influenced.
And also some people are more influential than others.
And some are.
Yeah.
May I take you to this WC and show you a wax figure of a very influential person?
I like that it's not a statue, it's a wax figure.
Yeah, it's just a wax figure.
I wanted it to seem more real.
Is the cigar, is there always a plume of smoke coming out
A
of it?
wax plume, that's right.
A wax plume of smoke. Oh, God.
All right.
Thank you to our producer, Wax Plume.
I'm going to say bathroom.
Bathroom.
Pretty
One for
pretty
toilet,
standard.
one for bathroom. Janet, what do you think?
I'm that gross francophile that since we talked about it now, I can't let go of the idea that toilet is not a pretty word to my ears, but toilette is. But I am certainly not going to be the person that encourages everyone everywhere to start saying toilette. That I would be.
That's pretentious and
hit
amazing.
From the back, on the back of the head by strangers. Just constant thwack, thwack. Just like flick.
See what you did to us, lady?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I got to go to the toilet real
Yeah.
I did it again.
Yeah. But that's what makes it hard to then embrace toilet somehow. It
Because
feels
it's
like
not
I'm trying
toilette.
to meet it halfway.
Yeah, which
but
I don't
can't
mind.
say toilette.
Yeah.
I do love the idea of you eating out and a woman bringing her child up and saying, Stephanie, this is Janet Varney. This is why we say toilet. Do you have anything?
No, we say,
like to
no, why we say
to her?
toilette. Toilets.
Oh, sorry. Toilette.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's the pretentious French pronunciation that gets the back of the head slapped.
Yeah, I thought you were using toilet to get to toilet, but yes, it is toilet.
No, you don't have to use the toilet to get to the toilet.
You hurt me.
Oh God, Victorian.
Yeah, I'm going to go with restroom because everyone else said they didn't want it. I gave myself a very good mental illness reason.
Sure.
And
we're all dicks if we don't go along.
And 2 tiny Victorian twins died in a bathroom, so it is their final resting room.
Janet, you are not pleading a case for this.
And
I like restroom because Victorian ghost children are in there.
when you sit down, ladies, you know what I'm talking about, and some men. I have a few men who say they prefer peeing sitting down. Thank you very much.
I do on one of those buses that has a bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
You got to do it
You don't want
there.
to get joggled around.
Yeah, otherwise you're just
That's
like getting
polite.
knocked around. Yeah,
Do it.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to, that's not a bathroom. That's just how you go to the bathroom. I forgot about Kappa Squat. That's not a place.
Kappa Squat. That could also just.
Have you ever been to Kappa Squat, Minnesota? Oh man, it's amazing.
Capital.
Smells weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I've decided that I'm going to do the thing that is the most contrary.
Restroom.
Yeah.
All right, Christopher Hitchens of bathrooms. Hal, what do you think? We're giving ourselves finalists right now, I think, since we have 3 different ones. Unless you want to jump onto one of those 3.
I think it's bathroom. I think we all call it bathroom. And I think we do it.
All right.
I think we do it.
The answer is soccer, I guess.
Do you agree that when you're lying in a bath, it feels like you're resting from the rest of the world?
It does. When I was a kid, I would read books in there. I would get super pruny because I would read entire
And people
books.
are like, oh, I just want to take a nice hot shower. I consider that a rest from the rest of your busy life.
I would call it the relax room for that reason.
I keep cologne in my
that
bathroom.
encourages you to be relaxed when, to not be constipated.
When you're passing.
Sure.
Use the squatty potty.
Dying? Passing to death? Or
to your final
out?
resting room?
Yeah. Look, I'm saying I have cologne. I have cologne in that room, and on the bottle it says eau de toilette. It is toilet water, and it is in my toilet room.
Yeah, you spray toilet water in your face.
Yeah, you spray toilet water in your... All right.
You sucker.
Man.
Oh, guys, give it a restroom.
Oh,
pushing this.
You are so I've never heard someone lobby for an answer so much.
Especially something I care so little about.
I don't know.
I mean, bathroom.
I can't get in on restroom because it sounds like all of a sudden my home has become an Arby's. Like,
restroom does feel public.
And when you're out, when you say I have to go to the restroom, like you don't announce you're going to rest. You're just going to say, you would almost say, I'm going to go to the bathroom because no one will bother you. Mm-hmm. As opposed to I have to go rest because people will be like, is Janet okay?
Now they're going to think that no matter what.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. I would say 0.0001% of the time I go to a bath, restroom, toilet, or Pottyheimer. Oh, Poopenheimer.
Pottyheimer. No, Pottyheimer's a doctor. Poopenheimer is the nickname.
Yeah. Very seldom is because I'm crippled by anxiety.
Oh, I'll go.
But shout out to all of those folks who have experienced that.
Yeah. I definitely will go more often than that, just to have be like, I have to get away from this, from being at this table for a second. I need to stretch my legs. I may not even have to go to the bathroom. Sometimes I'll just go in and put a little water on my face. From the toilet. It's a little toilet water. A little toilet water on my face.
You don't have to use the toilet. Use that bidet. It just shoots the water right at you.
Well, that's what I drink from.
Oh, okay. That drinking fountain.
To support Janet, I have to say, as a mom, that is the only way you get your rest. You go in the bathroom as long as somebody's watching the kid. That's your freedom. That's your resting time. So I get it.
Yeah. All right.
Still gonna go with bathroom.
Yeah, still bathroom.
Because we're still all keep referring to it as bathroom.
That's the thing. I think that's what, and I'm with you, Janet, on this one. I feel you. I have 2 nephews, and frequently when I'm up visiting, it's like, well, I know the one place I won't be bothered. Not bothered because I love them, but they're endless. They require endless amounts of energy. Yeah. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go go to Coppasquat, Minnesota here for a little while and
Drop 3 coins in the fountain.
drop 3 coins in a fountain. And that said, the second I get in there, it's just knocking on the door the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I was going to very quickly say, because I feel like I want to give this a shout out, and it flies in the face of my own everything I've just tried to make you guys, I've tried to convince you of. But I do want to give a quick shout out to Bert and Ernie Sing Along, the record that I had when I was a kid, where Bert is taking a bath in this case, bathroom. He's taking a bath, and Ernie brings in all of these neighbors while Bert is in the bathtub, just trying to take a bath, and everyone comes in and they sing songs. Everyone sings along together. So in that way, it is not a restroom because Bert in the entire town on Sesame Street. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Sesame Street is the Lower East Side, right? So everyone on the Lower East Side showed up in would that personally give you a little bit of anxiety in the
Oh, I'd be fine with it.
Still, my favorite bathroom moment of a commercial lately is Sarah Silverman sitting on the toilet. Someone knocks and she goes, "Come in." It's so dumb, but it's such a great, it made me double over laughing, like the quick dumb reaction to a thing. Yeah. And I've got to say, as much as I want it to be the toilet, every single time we have talked about it in this conversation, we have said, basically, this episode is called "What Do You Call a Bathroom?" We keep calling it the bathroom.
Yeah.
Before we finally rule on this, I just want to go around the horn real quick. Because,
going around the horn, also something you can do in a bathroom. Yeah, that's what it's called when you can make it a perfect circle.
With a penny in it.
Yeah, a circle with a penny in it.
It looks like a jelly donut.
Shout out to my buddy Joe Sherman, who in college had to snap a Polaroid of his that looked exactly like a question mark, complete with the dot on the bottom.
That is the grossest thing. Thank goodness.
I mean, this Polaroid got passed around for 2 years.
Phones. Yeah. All right. I want to quickly go around because you brought this up with Sarah Silverman, where somebody knocks. Because the worst thing is to be in a public bathroom and it just be like the room with the toilet, like a room that is way too big. Mm-hmm. It's like too big to just have one toilet and a sink, and yet it does because it's too small to have two. And somebody, you get like that, like, cause whoever's there urgently has to go. Mm-hmm. What's your
go-to?
How do you let them know someone is in there? I'll go first. I go, like I'm like unrelated.
This is why you and I are friends. I was just clearing my throat to do the exact same thing. For me though, frequently it's a little milder if it's.
Oh, I'll do that too with the sniff.
Just so they know someone's in there.
Wait, what? Sorry.
If
I'm in the stall and someone comes in.
And somebody's like, I have to go.
Yeah.
I followed Hal, but for some reason I thought you were trying to give the indication that a real human needed to get in.
Right.
That you were the knocker who was sniffing.
Oh, no. I was the knocky.
Yeah.
But now I realize that my sniff might be too subtle and they might think any animal could be in there.
Or they think that you think you're in a powder room and you're getting that cocaine.
Yeah. Hey, it's called a powder room. I'll be right out.
I think I really uncomfortably go, occupy.
Gentlest. Oh, that's so good. That's so funny.
What do you do?
Janet?
I think that in an effort to overcome that normal response, I think I'm now realizing for the first time, I may say something that suggests I'm inviting someone in, which I absolutely do not mean to do. Well, I feel like a lot of the time there's a knock. For some reason, I feel like there's a lot of the time there's a knock accompanied by, is anyone in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cause I think that's why I find myself frequently responding in a sing-song voice. Yes!
Oh God, that's so good.
I am sitting on a wishing well.
I was more influenced by that sing-along than I thought.
Do you ever send the cartoon bird that's perched on your finger out to go like, listen, she's in there pulping.
Oh
dear. Oh.
yes.
I think I started out with like, I'll be out in a minute.
The timid. I'm not going to finish the words. Is great.
I don't want to. Yeah, but when you said something inviting, I was like, oh yeah, I think in the past I've said like anybody in there? Oh shoot, I forgot what it was. But it was like somebody will knock and you just go, or or
the knock implies a question.
Yeah.
And the question is anybody in there?
But
so the knock and then there is.
Hello or hello.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't want to get in a conversation with this person. Why am I saying that?
Because the knock.
What if I start doing that? If somebody's like, anyone in there? And you're like, how are you?
Oh. There is someone in here. Janet, what's yours?
Who do you like for the Emmy for Best Outstanding Comedy Series this year?
There's an FYC ad on the back of this stall.
You're going to love it in here.
All right. Is it bathroom?
Yeah.
It's bathroom.
It's bathroom.
Yeah.
People of the world, it's bathroom. You knew it was from the start.
I wanted to be
And
toilet.
we tricked two of our friends into talking to us about it for nigh on an hour.
This is just America.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Now around
Bathroom.
the world.
Everywhere.
You must call it a bathroom.
People of the world.
We have listeners
Take that,
in England and in Australia, New Zealand, and maybe France. I feel like we have some
all the colonized
I think we
places.
have Scandinavian.
We have all the we have all the colonizing areas.
Scandinavian listeners. I know that.
Yeah,
for sure we do.
So you're saying anybody who speaks English is required to call it the bathroom?
Nope. Yeah. Figure out what it is in your language.
If you speak French, you better call
Just
it the
be clear.
toilet.
So two white guys have just told the entire world what to call a bathroom.
Yeah, welcome to podcasts.
I know.
Yeah. That is the conceit of our entire show.
That's a great thing. Is for languages out there that don't have the word bathroom. We've now introduced a new word.
Yeah.
Or, but like in France, you would say salle de bain.
Western.
That's another word for the toilet. It could be toilette or salle de bain. I feel like that's what I
Salle
learned
de
to
bain,
call it.
I've never heard it called.
That's in French class.
Literally bathroom.
That's in French class, and then you go there and they're like, we don't say that.
Yeah. Thank you to Pierre Capretz and French in Action for not teaching me how to ask for what I needed the most after a meal. I did know how to say, is there a telephone booth? Is there a phone booth nearby that uses telecards? That was like, I used that at I whipped that out at a restaurant in Paris when I was like 17.
And then he told you quickly and you had no idea what he said?
No, it was like when the Scarecrow states he does the quadratic equation. Doesn't he do it? No, he does the sum of the square of the hypotenuse is equal to, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the two sides. Like it all of a sudden comes out of his head. That was me in that moment.
That's great.
Whipping out perfect French for just a sliver of my life.
That was the fight of your fight or flight, response. That's what your adrenaline did.
Yeah. Am I a fighter?
No, you're a guy who instinctually needs to know if he can use a little card for his phone.
You're
booth.
gonna hear me roar. Anyway, it's the bathroom now.
All right. We're all good with that?
Bathroom.
That's where
Asked and answered.
If you have to make
Water.
people of the world, if you have to make a BM or pass water or make water.
Yeah.
If you're bringing a dowsing rod into the room to make water, well, find water.
Thanks for being here,
But really
y'all.
leave water.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Asked and answered.
That's right. Janet Varney and Annie Savage. Oh, and the weird, creepy Victorian children.
Just like us, you'll never leave this room.
Oh, no.
What do we call this room?
The escape room. Oh, the escape room.
Do you have anything that you want to promote before we sign off?
Yeah.
No.
Just, you can listen to my podcast, The JV Club, on MaximumFun.org.
Yes. A Maximum Fun sister.
That's right.
And
From another mister.
come check us out at Work Juice Wednesdays, the last Wednesday of every month at Dynasty Typewriter, Work Juice
26
Improv.
is the next one, which I believe, based on when this is releasing, will be, I think, a week away from it.
Great.
June 26th.
So come to the show.
Come to the
June
show.
26th, Dynasty Typewriter. Tickets still available.
Yep.
You can
Potentially. As of right now, it's several weeks away.
You can walk up and get the tickets, but if you're like super bright, you'll buy them online because they are less expensive.
They're less expensive.
And you'll be guaranteed your seat.
Yeah.
For goodness sakes.
Well, come on down to the show. And until then, this topic is closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us on Twitter at We Got This Tweets. Check out the Maximum Fun subreddit, or
you can email us at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com or info@howloveland.com. I am actively checking emails as I established in our prior episode. Or you can go to our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/We Got This Podcast, and tell us all the things we got wrong. Only I will read them. I guarantee that. Thank you to producer Wax Plume, researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelvin, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, our listeners, who we would like to all spend 7 minutes in heaven with a giant wax figure of Winston Churchill. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture.
Artist owned.
Audience supported.